What's going on, guys? My name is Doug. I'm your host here at this YouTube channel for this reaction video series that I have been doing for I don't know how long. I've got my little towel to wipe away the blood, sweat, and tears that go into making these videos for you guys, because as always it is a very hot, sunny day here in Brazil. Today we're going to be listening to Summer Walker's latest album, Over It. I'm not sure, to be honest, whether it's her debut album. If it is, I am very excited to listen to it. If it isn't, I'm still very excited to listen to it. I've heard a few of her tracks, a few of the singles, I think, off of this album in the background because my wife listens to her a lot. And so I've got an idea for her style. I guess she's like one of the newer R&B singers in that Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez kind of style. Speaking of Tory Lanez, Chicks Tape 5 coming in November, very excited for that. And I'm expecting some smooth vibes, some slower R&B kind of trap soul vibes from this, some very nice singing. I just feel like it's going to be a very smooth, enjoyable listen. And that's what we're here to do today, is just to give my thoughts on it. I'm very happy you guys are here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to support the channel any way that you would like to, by subscribing or by following me on my social media, supporting the Patreon, any way you see fit. I'd really appreciate any support at all. I think we're at 12,700 subscribers, something like that. Super happy about the direction that this channel's headed in. I started posting beats again. I've seen some evolution, some growth. It's got a very bright future ahead of us, so I'm happy you guys are all here and supporting the channel. Let's get into the video. I do believe the first track is the title track, Over It, and we'll see what Summer Walker has for us. Let's get to it.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like I ain't got no discipline. That why we listening, nigga, it'll going. Really telling me that.
Alright, yeah, so as an intro, it's kind of short. It's got that really, again, smooth R&B vibe that I was expecting. It does have like a Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller vibe to it. That same style of music. It's this fusion of R&B and hip-hop, and soul. It's, very pleasant, very easy on the ears. There's nothing too experimental about it. There's nothing necessarily harsh. That's why I was kind of expecting this listen to be kind of like an easier listen. Just because this genre of music is very approachable. It's a very light genre in terms of how experimental some of these beats are, and some of the harsher sounds that other genres might use. They kind of steer clear of it, on this stuff. So it's the typical R&B style I was expecting. She seems to be talking about how she needs a guy who's able to handle her and her attitude. And, it's, again, very par for the course lyrics. It's the type of stuff that people talk about on this style of music. Not straying from the formula at all, so it's enjoyable. It's friendly, it's easy to listen to, and it's enjoyable. It's got a great vibe to it, though. I think London on the track had some production credits on there. It had a really nice groovy bass line, really nice vibe. Next track is Body. I'm loving the sampling, some of the vocal samples and the vocal runs that she does in the background. Very nice performance. There it is. Reminds me of T-Pain, because this is a person who is a good singer. They have a great voice, they can do the runs, they can do all of that, but they still use the auto-tune just because it adds to the style. They want their voice to sound a little processed. The runs sound a little cooler with auto-tune on them, so it's like T-Pain in that sense. For those of you who haven't seen him singing Buy You a Drink, what is it, in the Tiny Desk concert format with no auto-tune, it is crazy to hear him sing, because he still sounds great without the auto-tune, maybe even better. So again, it's choosing auto-tune instead of needing it is what is impressive to me about this. Her voice is great. I love the singing. I love the wavy feeling to this beat. It's got that very laid back, kind of like relaxing vibe. It's a great track. Next track is Playing Games, extended version. So I think that this was a single that she dropped. Man, London on the track is everywhere, huh?
Body been in Paris ago, sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci, no. So won't you say my name, if you can, you
love the interpolation of Say My Name.
that words, way that you do it the most. So we take a picture, get posted. How that works.
I wanna come back, I wanna just listen, get your back, getting your feeling. I'm in my vision, yeah. Can spot the difference, yeah. Me, I'm never acting.
Loving the Bryson Tiller feature. You know, he sounds great here. Definitely fits his vocals, this track. Bryson Tiller, I need him to drop that Serenity project immediately. Been waiting too long. Wasn't as satisfied with his last project as I was with Trap Soul, so I'm expecting some redemption. He needs to stop playing games and drop it already. But I really like his performance on this track. I think that the whole vibe of this song is so great. You know, it's such a smooth track. I love that there's an element of storytelling to it. You know, she's talking to this guy, she's super frustrated with him, and he wants to be with her but doesn't want to show her off, doesn't want to make the relationship public, and he keeps playing these games with her. I'm loving the imagery, you know, that she uses to tell that story. Works really well. Next track is Drunk Dialing.
What you want, but I'ma call it down. Too much, and I didn't have too much.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I mentioned on that last track, London on the Track was producing like all of these songs. Genius is here saying that he's her boyfriend, so that makes so much more sense. Even if that weren't the case, I would be super happy with the fact that he's producing all over the place here because he's a great producer.
I know this, know that you a dog, you always do me wrong. Oh, everyone is I'm wrong, everyone is oh, with everything you do, it makes sense of you, yeah, 'cause I love you.
Love how smooth that second portion of the track is, the really nice 6/8 vibe to it. She's singing to her boyfriend. I mean, it's very touching, it's very soulful. I mean, I don't really know what else to say, because all the songs, I'm assuming, will be in the same vein of music. They're all going to be very smooth, they're going to be wavy. Not much is going to be changing, you know, in the production. Not much is going to be changing in the style. So I'm really thinking I'm just going to enjoy the music, stop repeating myself after every track, saying it's wavy, it's got a nice vibe to it, because it's going to be a recurring theme in this project. So I'm going to just enjoy this. Next track is Come Through, featuring Usher. And let's get to it.
Like I don't want it again, on the brain all the time. Got me thinking I step on the wild side, cutting out eyes with them other guys. Down on you, you made me wanna be paid. All that I say.
I pull out this car. The only thing that's coming beside me at the situation is you.
Just the vocal performances, man, is so insane. Usher, man, it's God. It's been so long. Hearing him on that track was incredible. Such a nice feeling to listen to that song, man. That's so awesome. That's a really nice track. I saved that one.
You got potential. You got potential.
Super Chris Brown vibes.
Party holding it down for me. I know you're good in the hood, but you're good with just for me. You got potential.
I love how laid back that feels, dude. It's got very minimalistic production. There's not a whole lot going on. It creates that really relaxing vibe where mostly the focus is just on her vocals, and she's singing over a very subtle production. It feels great. That's a nice song too. Next track is Fun Girl.
Said I wasn't made right. Said I wasn't cut right. I don't understand it. Takes me out of the category of my own moves.
That's crazy.
Love who I want. Guess that makes me undesirable.
That's tremendous. Unedited, unfiltered, just her, the electric guitar. You can even hear the sound of the amp and like the cars going by in the background. Dude, the whole acoustic vibe to this, even though it's not acoustic, you know, but the whole acoustic vibe to it that's one of the best tracks so far on this project. You know, it's real, it's authentic, it's heart-wrenching, and, you know, plus the subject matter where she's talking about how she doesn't feel good enough, how she feels like this guy is just shrugging her off because she's independent and she doesn't really need him, and how he doesn't want her to be his wife because she's not submissive, and how she feels unwanted. That's like, it's so sad, you know. So it'll hit you in your feelings for sure. That's a great song, dude. God. Next track is Tonight.
You're searching the spiders in mine. You wanna. I know it's been too long. I've been on the road too much. Gotta give you time. I wanna have some come down.
That bass, that Moog bass. That's all I'm gonna say, dude. This track is fire. The drum programming was great too. I'm assuming that was London. But dude's been killing it. Next track is Me.
Usually, I could care less. You get the best of me, yeah. Bring out the worst. You make a bitch have to go face, yeah. All in your face fast. Love, my last fuck. That's what they give my.
That's probably one of the slowest songs that we've heard so far. There's very little going on. Honestly, I think that if it weren't so short, 2 minutes long, I would have found it extremely skippable because of how empty it sounds. It's not a boring song. There's definitely a mood for it. You know, it's not one of the ones that you could come back to. Like that last track, that was more upbeat. You could listen to that at any time. But this one is definitely for when you're in your feelings, late night, you know, after you've had a few. There's a setting, there's a time and a place for this one, you know. Next track is Like It. Featuring Black. This should be dope.
To myself, keep your focus, way I do it. Oh, make you forget all about them hearts.
It says we get additional vocals from Chris Brown on this track.
Tell me leave, I'ma stay. I'm just trying to get a taste. Chef's kiss for my neck,
There's a whole lot of different little elements to the production, man, that are really nice to point out. Some of the little keys being plucked in the background are perfect. Chris Brown had writing credits on there and actually vocal credits as well. So some of those background vocals he did. And yeah, like I said, some of these tracks, they just feel so much like Chris Brown had a hand in them, you know, so just nice to have some confirmation. Next track is Just Might.
It just might be a hope. Yeah. What am I missing? Always taking out sugar daddy or drug dealer. Take me at the club, one hitting. I'll take no more. No more. They love, where's my be a hope? What am I missing? See like a game over from a
I need another project from Party too. Yeah, she's considering not falling in love anymore because love is a losing game, and I really like the Party Next Door feature. You know, I think that this track is a little on the longer side. Maybe we didn't need that third verse from her, but still, it's a nice track. Next track is Stretch You Out.
Going in there, feminine, they need more. Put you on your last breath, and you never wanna clean up. And you talk to me like shit, and you you wanna come.
On purpose, and then me bag is closed, all of that curtains purposely. Everything you do to me, you do it perfect.
A Boogie's voice kind of sounded weird there, you know, some of the layering that they did with some of the other vocals just kind of made his voice sound a little strange, honestly. But it's a short track, no major complaints. Next track is Off of You.
Off of you. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't believe it. Yeah.
I'm loving these guitars, man.
They said I'm off of you. No, I try to keep it right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Love how minimal the production is on there. You know, those guitars are really great. The bass line's super groovy. I love her vocal performance as well. Layering her vocals with the background vocal sounds awesome. Next track is Anime.
What's temporary? Me of time, but never mind all that. Boy, I'm serious, say shit. So we set the mood on to us. Never made a move, I don't cut shit. Just enjoy the time that we had. Babe, what we gonna do? And you say, well, how?
Yeah, she's having an affair. That's what that song's about. Loving the sampling though, man. The beat is very smooth. Scott Storch had some production credit on there along with London on the track. And Rourke Bailey, dude, great production, man. Very smooth, very soulful. Next track is I'll Kill You.
Mine, better be blood. If it ain't me, your mama shouldn't be job at your boy. I got a hell of a job at your boy. I've been waiting so long for a love like this. I've been waiting fast for you, yeah. I go up to bat for you, even when she looking bad for you. Like you can't do no wrong. Got me losing my shit. That I lose this energy so right. Don't put up no fight. You know I never.
That's a great collaboration between those two. Janaea Equals vocals are so smooth, man. She's got such a soft, endearing voice, you know? They sound great on that track. It's very easy to get lost in the production and daydream. I mean, I was gone for a little bit there. The last track we'll be listening to is Nobody Else because track 17 is Playing Games, which I've heard, and the Girls Need Love remix featuring Drake, which I've also heard. So we'll be listening to Nobody Else as the last song of the project.
Tell me what you see in me. In and out, in and out, in and out. Arguing, dream, yeah. You got it back, you got it back. True. Nobody else makes me. Nobody else. I don't want to stop me up. I think I'm gonna fit. You.
That was beautifully produced. The guitars, the keys, you know, the pianos in the background. It all feels very dreamy. So this project, Over It by Summer Walker, you know, there was very little dissecting going down towards the middle and end of the project because, like I said, all the songs fall in the same genre and same category of music, and so I would have a lot of similar things to say about every single track. And we listened to 16 songs, and that was going to be very repetitive, not only for me, but for you who are watching the video. So I kept a lot of my thoughts saved for now, towards the end, and this way I can give you my thoughts and opinions on this without having the video get too annoying, you know. I think that this project is a much easier project to just sit down and put on and listen to and enjoy than for you to overthink it and try to overanalyze it. You know, this project is so smooth, it's so wavy. All of the songs cater towards that late night, laid back, relaxing vibe. Some of the songwriting isn't extremely complex. Some of the other songs have better songwriting, you know, where she's a little more vulnerable, a little more open about what she's feeling. You know, it's that type of deal where a lot of times you're not even going to be paying attention to these lyrics because you're just going to be vibing, you know. But if you are going to be paying attention to the lyrics, some of these songs have very deep lyrics, very deep writing, where she opens up, you know, gives us her thoughts on how she feels as a woman in the society, how she feels as a woman who is sometimes cheated on by a partner, or a woman who is cheating on her partner, or, you know, all these different stories that she tells from different points of view. It's all very interesting to listen to. The production on this thing, I'm assuming that it was executive produced by London on the track. Production through and through is awesome. You know, laid back, very wavy, lots of shimmering keys, a lot of groovy bass lines, trap drums over very nice wavy synths, things like that. The vocal performance is great. She's a great singer. I love the background vocal arrangements that she does. All of the features were very nice. All the tracks felt catered towards those features. Every single artist fit really well on the respective track that they sang on. And overall, this project is just very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. It's very smooth. It's definitely worth a listen if you're into this R&B style. And like I said, don't try to overthink it. Don't try to overanalyze it. It's made for you to relax to. So do what I did. You know, just talk less, enjoy it more. Afterwards, sit down and think about it, you know. But for the most part, this is just so nice to vibe out to, man. I enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Be sure to let me know what videos you want to see in the comments section. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the beats that I'm posting. I'm gonna be working on more of those to upload as well. Let me know what you think about the direction that the channel's headed in. Like I said, support the channel any way that you possibly can. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll see you all in another video very soon, guys. Stay safe until then. Peace out.